There we go.
Now it's on.
Now it's on.
The procedures that I got a little bit of apple here. The procedures
I got a red dot in my eye.
You're fine.
You're fine. That won't be there when we edit it. You can pretend you're a pirate. Today is Tuesday, August 2nd. No, it's not. It's Tuesday, August 9th.
Take that back.
Take your wing. Oh, you got a haircut. I just noticed.
Oh, good mother.
I'm back from vacation. Jim's back from vacation, and Jimmy's back from working up north for
2 more days.
2 more days. Then he's going back up north again. We call anything north of us up north
Exactly.
in Michigan. So he says exactly. You say exactly.
Exactly.
So anyway, the questions came up this week. Jimmy was going to come up with them, but he only came up with one bonus question for Roy. But we'll give you that at the end.
Yes.
And then anybody that does the tags, I'll put in the description box down below. And
Don't win nothing.
you don't win nothing. But they go over and watch the channel. So if you go to their channel,
Yes.
subscribe. So, okay, this is it's only my opinion.
Only
my opinion.
This is a dangerous
The
subject.
dangerous one for Jimmy. It's not so bad. Number 1, what is something you hate about going to the movies? As an example, I put like you complain about the prices, the people talking.
I know you two love it, but the little
No, we don't.
I just want to just get.
We don't do that. At the MJR, they play the music and then everybody comes. How's that song go?
I don't even know because I don't go
But
there.
Then they go.
Yeah,
Yes. The whole theater does it. And they only do it at the MJR.
they only do it at MJR.
Well, I don't
yes.
even know what MJR stands for.
Movie something.
Sorry about that. I had a piece of apple stuck in my tooth. It was driving me crazy.
I would say that and the commercials. Like they started putting commercials in.
Oh, yes.
The thing now, it's like before it was previews of
Right.
movies coming up. Now it's commercials. I don't like. It's like I'm not.
Not during the movie.
I'm not at home.
No, but before the movie.
No,
it's
before
like,
the movie. Yeah.
Like
right.
they'll show you a preview and then they'll show you a commercial. And then
Yeah.
they'll show you a preview and then you show you a commercial. I've just paid $15 for this ticket.
Exactly. I don't
That's the
want a
same thing with
commercial.
cable TV. I just, you pay for cable and then you got to pay for all the commercials too.
I'm actually loving it. I have no cable bill. Everything's on the smart TV.
Oh, you have all the apps and
I
stuff.
have the apps. I paid like $30 for all my apps, and I get everything, almost everything.
Almost everything. Mine is the I get the advertisements and people talking in the show. In my opinion, you should be able to say, leave, 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 stop, stop, stop. Okay, what's your...
When I don't get my pizza that I ordered.
Yes. That's at the Imagine Theaters. You order your food and they bring it right to your seat. And then we waited till after the show and we went up there and they had his pizza in the oven. No, the movie was what? It was a long one. Was it the Gone with the Wind one?
No, it doesn't matter what it was. It was at least 2 hours
At least
long.
2 hours sitting in the oven, and they wanted to have him take it home with them.
Yeah, right.
We didn't take it home.
No.
We got our money back. Well, he got his money back.
I got mine.
His money back.
His money back. His, mine, and ours. It was his. Number 2, name something that you have a best of. Like your car is your best, your pet is the best, your friends' clothes, your house.
The best of.
Well, I have a couple best friends. I know you're supposed to only have one best friend, but I think I have a couple best friends. And I consider my children my best friends, too. I mean...
I have the best mother.
Yeah, there you go.
And I had the best wife.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, I did say children before you said that, so I'm covered on that. Number 3, what is something that you love to do in the summer? Like go on a picnic, go to the beach, barbecue, fish?
Golf.
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 I like all that stuff. Barbecuing, having the family over, going on vacation. I like to be doing stuff.
Yes, I'd like to be doing stuff too. The only thing on this is I would not want to fish, and I don't really like to garden. When we went on vacation, we came back and all of my flowers, all my hanging flowers, my annuals, dead. And then nobody even threw them away because they were afraid that I would think I could bring them back to life.
You usually do. Or try.
Try.
Exactly.
These were beyond bringing back to life. They were pretty bad.
They were more like kindling.
Yeah, they were. It was really bad. But yet they all told me they watered them while I was gone. So how silly that they must have looked watering dead flowers.
Exactly.
But I have brought, in my defense, we had a shrub at our old house that you said wanted to dig up because you said it was dead.
No, this shrub was here. We just moved it. You're right in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there.
And I brought it back to life. Oh, the one that's, underneath the window over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 4, name something you've had a long time that is more comfortable the longer you have owned it. Like shoes, slippers, clothes, chair, pillow.
I had a chair that Samantha threw out that I had for at least 15 years, where it was like, oh, this is so comfortable. And then, we got new furniture and you're like, this thing is ready. It looked like Dad's recliner. It's like, this is going.
Nobody likes Jim's recliner.
But where does everybody sit at first?
Yeah, Jim's got it like it's like slidey. It's
the
material, but it's kind of wearing down. But now, like if you put your arm on it, you could slide off, kind of thing. Well, that's what we were going to do when we got back. We were going to get new chairs.
Exactly.
Forgot about that. I have clothes that I've had since Jimmy and I were just talking, asking me when I went to Hawaii. We went when I was 45. I still have a shirt that I bought when I was 45. I'm going to be 72. I still wear it. I almost wore it today, but that would have been ironic. I should have wore it.
Yeah.
But I think my clothes get more comfortable. I hate buying new. I only like to buy new clothes if I'm going to go like on a trip or something, so that it's easier because they're already folded really nice and they fit in your suitcase perfect.
It's lazy.
And it's nice that you have something new to wear, and it's just so. But I don't like buying new clothes, so I like to keep my clothes. So what's your favorite?
I don't know that I have a favorite.
To
be honest.
Be like your lucky things then. He had a $50 that you lost.
I had a $50 that I lost. I don't know how I lost it, obviously.
Right. When was the last time you saw it? I was like that too when you say you lost something and they go, well, where was the last place you saw it? Well, if it was the last place where I saw it,
I have a sneaky suspicion where I lost it, but I thought about it like a few days later, and it was no use going back there. It was in a restaurant. I think when I reached in my pocket for my wallet, it might have slipped out onto the cushion.
Oh, yeah. Is that your hat that you wear all the time?
I'm sorry?
It's not the hat you wear all the time?
No, I wear different hats.
Number 5, name something your mother told you never to do, but you still did.
Say
Deal.
We don't have enough time.
We don't have enough time. Steal, swear.
Don't say that's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Jimmy was working at Montgomery Ward's and needed some money for what? It wasn't that
Just
much.
to go out to eat.
Yeah.
It was so stupid. Like, we're going to Big Boys. All right.
So he took the money out of the register. Of course, cameras everywhere. Jimmy was arrested. Not arrested. He was the security came and pulled him in.
Security came.
And I was at the show with my sisters. And so he said, well, don't call my mother, call my grandmother. And so my mother went and picked him up and brought him home to her house. And so when we had all parked at my mother's house. And when we got to the house, we were getting out of the car. My mother comes out of the house to greet us. And I'm thinking, well, why is she coming out? She never does that.
Right.
And so she told Mary and Denise, she says, go in the house and lock the door. And then they just kind of looked at her. She says, go in the house and lock the door and don't let Sandy in. And I go, yeah, right. And she says, do what I said. So they went in there. And she says, no, Jimmy was detained at work. I was like, oh my gosh. I went run, because back then I could run.
Yes.
I ran to that, and Denise and Mary said, Mom, I said, I thought she in. So my mom drove me home. I was so upset. So then I went in the next day to quit for my job, which I loved. I absolutely love my job, but I was so embarrassed that he had done that. And the store manager found out that I had put my notice in, and he called me into his office, and he says, "You're supposed to go on vacation in 3 days for 2 weeks anyhow." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Go now on your vacation." And I said, "Well, I need, I got to work because I need the money." And he says, "I'll pay you for the 3 days. Take your 2 weeks, and when you come back..."
Probably pay her the money I took.
Probably.
There you go. It's not going to cost us anything.
So he said that, and when you come back, you're going to find out who your true friends are, because everybody's going to know by then. Because I told him that's why I was going to quit, because the gossip mill at any place is going to be like, and like he only took 20, but by the time I, would have been there, it would have been like about 1,000 or something like that.
$8,000.
It would have been a lot. So I took my vacation, and when I came back, I found out who my true friends were, and that was good. And I didn't lose any, so that was good too. And he said, "But of course, your son can't work here anymore." But then when I wanted Danny to come in, it was kind of iffy. But Danny did get in. So my mother always told me just not to have a boyfriend, and she just, I don't want you to have a boyfriend because you're too young in that. And then I met Jim and fell in love. But I know what my mother told me not to do, and I did. I just thought of it just now. My mother always told me never ride 2 on a bike. And so I was with my friends, and I decided that, my mom always said I can't ride 2 on a bike. She never said anything about 3 on a bike. So I was on the handlebars. Sydney was riding the bike, and Sue was on the back end, because they had the old bikes had fenders that had like little riding seats that you could sit on, which means to me that you can ride 2 on a bike, because it was a seat on the back of a bike.
Sure.
But she was trying to jump the curb.
No, that was for like a school bag.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a school bag or,
But she tried to jump the curb, and she couldn't, and I went flying. And
with all that weight on.
I wasn't that heavy back
You're
then.
going to go,
well, 3 anybody. It's like,
Well, I was like 10. I mean, it's like,
Okay, 3 10-year-olds is still over 200 pounds.
Well, I'm 200 pounds now. I'm on a bike right now.
Would you try jumping?
Probably. If I was 10 and I weighed 200 pounds, maybe I would. But I went flying, I hit the curb, and I got knocked out. And I remember my Uncle Leonard carrying me, picking me up. But then the next thing I remember was laying in my bed, and the doctor was looking over me.
That's how you know you're old.
I'm not in Kansas anymore.
I dreamt about you.
That's how you know you're old, when the doctor's at your house.
They used to make house calls. Yes. How many people remember doctors that made house calls? They did all the time. Number 6, name an old movie that just about everyone has seen, but you think was the best movie ever. What do you think was the best movie ever?
The best movie ever?
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be any of the ones I listed, but it's one you think that everybody has seen, but you think is the best. Maybe they haven't seen it, but...
I think, personally, I can't pick a best because there's so many. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so hard to pick a best. But one of them is Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, I think just about everybody's seen that, but I wouldn't put that as the best movie ever made.
Just because of Jackie Gleason. He's the one that made that movie.
Oh, when he was in the car, when he was arresting them?
Every time. That or Airplane, one of the two.
No, Airplane I would say, but I wouldn't say it was the best movie ever. Mine would be To Kill a Mockingbird, would be the best movie ever.
You would think that.
I would think that. Jim's is...
One of 2.
Robin Hood.
And...
Long Kiss Goodnight.
Nah. They died with their boots on.
Oh, yes, Errol Flynn. Jim wanted to name Christy Olivia.
Yes, I did.
But he lost out because I didn't want to name Jimmy. So I had the first girl choice, since he had the first boy choice. I think I was going to name you Jeffrey. You don't look like a Jeffrey.
No, I'm not a Jeffrey.
So then Danny was going to be... No, you were going to be Jeffrey Michael. Christy would have been a boy. She would have been Jeffrey Michael, because I still like that name.
Right.
Number 7, name an activity that you failed the first time you tried, but seemed to come easily for other people. Like ride a bike, drive a car, ski and roller skating.
I can't think of anything.
Neither can I, actually.
Activity that can't
The first time you rode a bike, you rode it perfectly.
Pretty close, yeah. I mean, It's like riding a bike.
That's after you learn how to ride a bike. Mine would be roller skating. I never mastered the skill of roller skating.
No. Let's think a little bit.
I don't know what.
Let's try parallel parking.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That would be but roller skating would have come before parallel parking. Yeah, when I took my driver's test, the guy gave me 3 tries, 3 different places, and the one I should have easily done. I mean, it was like
Just back up.
it was easily, I couldn't do it. And he says, if you make me a promise never to parallel park, I will pass you. And I said, you have my word. And I have never to this day parallel parked.
I would say ice skate.
See, now I can ice skate. I don't know that I can now, but I always could because Jim and I used to go ice skating all the time when we were dating. But a roller skating I never could master. And remember when I was the lunch mother and we went for the roller skating parties?
No, those were fun.
Those are fun. But we were I couldn't skate, so they were holding on to me, the kids, because I really do think I was liked when I was
No,
a
yeah,
lunch
they
mother.
did. Everyone liked you.
They liked me when I was a lunch mother because there's a couple lunch mothers that.
Oh, yeah, no, there was a couple lunch mothers over there like get to.
Yeah, nobody liked.
You and Mrs. Pagel mostly.
You're right. But, and Marsak.
And Marsak.
Yeah. But she would the last little kid was holding my hand and they started a whip. But they, instead of grabbing onto the back of me,
Yeah.
they were grabbing on the front of that one. And then they come around with the whip and let me go. Because I let go because I don't know, or something. And there was 2 whips going on and I took out the other whip. Just like little things like that.
I just remember they knew you meant business because when you brought me into the principal to get my butt beat by the nun, they were like,
Yeah,
Jimmy's mom brought him in, man. She's not playing.
Yeah, you're good for the goose, good for the gander. No one is above the law.
Yeah.
So Jimmy spent the big punishment before you had actually got to the principal was you had 3 tries sitting under the bingo sign.
Yep.
Because there was a sign that told you that there was bingo at the church, and there was like the little parking thing.
Yeah.
The curb parking
block.
things. Yeah. And you had to sit under there. And Jimmy had reached his 3-time maximum. so
then the paddle came out.
Yeah. Jimmy had 2 weeks detention. He couldn't stay for lunch.
What?
You couldn't stay for lunch. Yeah. You remember the girls got mad at you because you had to go home for lunch. Because I paid the lunch girls. The 8th grade girls used to come to watch Christy.
Yeah.
And you couldn't stay you had to go home for 2 weeks. They wouldn't let you stay at school.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. He had so many activities at school.
Yes.
Number 8, what do you consider the most boring sport to watch on TV?
Golf.
No. I can watch that all day. The most boring sport? It's boring because I know nothing about it, and I'm still to this day trying to figure it out and learn. Is it cricket or handball? What's the one where they wind up and they throw the ball, but it's got to bounce, and then you hit it with the stick. But you hit it over here, and it's 20 points. But if you hit it over here, it's 10. And I'm like, that. But I think it's because I don't know the rules.
I've never seen that on TV.
Oh, it's on ESPN all the time.
Oh, I don't watch ESPN.
When you don't have cable, you got to stream what you get.
No, that's ESPN. That's on anybody's cable.
But Jim and I agree, golf. And then when Danny gets here...
Or tennis.
No, I like tennis.
No.
I can watch tennis. But mine would be golf, and then baseball.
Oh, I like baseball.
Baseball would be a close second for me. Number 9, name a kind of business that used to give you better service.
Gas station.
Anybody.
Yeah, remember the gas stations?
Gas station. They used to clean your windshield, check your air pressure.
Yeah, they always
Pump the gas for you.
Check your oil. They bring the little dipsticks that you're down a quart.
Yeah.
You paid like 25 cents a gallon. You used to be able to go on the thing and say, I'll get $1 worth of gas.
Yes.
You get 4 gallons.
Yeah. It's like,
I would say everything. Everything used to be.
yeah. I don't really feel that there's any customer service anymore.
No.
And especially if you got to call somebody and you got to push this button for that and this button for that. And then you finally get someone and it's someone that's overseas that doesn't understand. They speak English. They don't understand English.
So I feel so bad before I tell this story. But it was not my finest moment.
No.
No. So I had to go to Menards. I don't even remember what I was getting. Oh, I had to get not a wagon, well, a wagon to hook onto the back of my lawnmower to load sticks so I didn't have to keep wheelbarrowing them. Well, when I was going, Samantha was like, hey, we have these 2 things. Can you return them? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. So I went up to the counter, and I know that anything we buy from Menards, we buy with my Menards credit card. We never pay cash or check, anything. Yeah. It's always that card. So I said, I don't have my receipt, but here's the card. And she goes, well,
except this time.
No. And even this time, I go, this is the card I used. And she goes, well, you got to go over to that machine and get the receipt. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, there's a machine over there, and you put your card in, and it'll tell you, right. And you print the receipt and bring it back. Whatever. Doing, in my head, I'm thinking, I'm doing your job now. This ain't my job. So right. I go up there, and the machine's not working. And there's a line of people behind me. And so I looked over, and I'm like, well, how do you work this? Oh, well, you hit this. It was something stupid, like hit F4 and then this and that. Like, I was supposed to know this. So now it's not like listed, like the screen shows up and it shows what you have. It says view receipt, view receipt. Well, I just built a house. How many receipts do you think I have? And when did I buy this? I don't know. So after like the 10th one, I get pissed off. I hit exit. I grab my card. This is where it's not my proudest moment. So I walked up, I grabbed the shit, and I go, you know what? It's not my turn to do somewhere else. This is stupid. I'm tired of you.
Language.
Sorry. Bleep, bleep, and bleep. But those were the words as I was walking out, threw the stuff in the car, then went to the other side of the garden center, and everyone was like 9 days. They're like, oh, you need anything? Oh, we get you this and this. I'm like, wow, it's way different over here than on the other side of the store. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, nothing. Yeah, so you got to bleep the effing.
Yeah,
sorry.
You could have said effing instead of
effing.
Yeah.
Well, now they get the full effect.
You get Jimmy in his glory. Learned all of his language from his mother.
Yes.
True.
So where would you say we used to get better? Oh, you did the gas station. That's right. Number 10, where or what was...
Did you do 9?
Yeah, that was the name, the kind of business that give you better service.
Oh, okay.
Number 10 is where or what was... Because we usually do miss one.
Yes.
Where or what was the most uncomfortable place you've ever slept? Like the floor, the ground, the couch, tent. That.
I can sleep anywhere, so there is nowhere really uncomfortable.
I can sleep just about anywhere. I cannot sleep on a plane.
You can't sleep on a plane.
How can you guys? That's the hum. Just that's like for sure gonna put me to sleep.
No.
Not on a plane.
Not on a plane.
The most uncomfortable place I ever slept, and I really didn't sleep, was a motel that was by the hour. When we were coming back.
I don't even want to know why.
We were coming back from our family reunion, and I booked and paid for all of the tickets for all of the motels that we were going to stay at. We were going to stay at Niagara Falls for a couple days. And when we were just before we got to the bridge, the Rainbow Bridge to cross over, I think it's the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh yeah, you weren't with us.
You weren't with us.
We had David and Alyssa.
Oh, okay.
The loving brother and sister.
Yes, they were not getting along.
It was the
trip.
dad swat in the back seat.
Yes. Trying to reach behind, and then the kids, Christy was in the car behind us. She was loving it. She was laughing so hard. She texted me. She says, "I love the show. Love the show." But anyway, we got a call from the travel agent because she says, "I sent you so many emails." Well, who checks their emails when they're on vacation?
Right.
That the hotel you were supposed to stay at went out of business. But we booked you at this hotel, and we get to the hotel, and it was a pay-by-the-hour kind of a motel. It was disgusting. And then we got in the room, and it was disgusting. And there was things that you didn't need a light. Let me just say that. You didn't need a light to know this.
You didn't need a blue light.
You didn't need a blue light to know this was a disgusting room. And I stayed in my clothes, and I brought my blanket in from the car and laid it on top of the bed, and I slept with David and Alyssa. And your dad slept in the other bed. No, you slept with David, I slept with Alyssa, and it was like, I didn't sleep the whole night. It was the worst night ever. And then we couldn't find another room, and we went home that night. The next night, instead of staying another night, or looking for a place to stay. Well, that's all 10 questions, but I don't know if Jimmy remembers the bonus question.
I do.
Oh, okay.
So
this is for Roy over at Recipes with Roy. They have a little thing going on.
You were stuck in my basement for a year. How would you try to get out?
You said for a year, what would you do?
What would you do? There you go, because now you can't get out. You're stuck in it for a year. What do you do?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a cute.
Hopefully make me cookies.
Yeah, you know what? I think we could.
It's true. If I put a kitchen down there, it might be
kitchen down there.
beneficial.
Yes, because he does have a lot of great recipes.
He does.
You know? But anyway, but those are the 10 questions this week. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can find it here since I have it. Who's doing the next tag? They're going to be in 2 weeks because for the summer we're only doing them every 2 weeks, just because it's just everybody's busy with everything else. Here's the schedule here. Everybody's busy with their summer activities. But if you're interested in answering the questions, I'll put the questions down below and you'll answer them. I love it. Craig and Becky always answer them. Now Sue Warren answers them. Janice W. has been answering them too. So the next one is Mare over at Nightmare Bliss on the 23rd of August. So, but if you're new to the channel, please subscribe,
Comment.
share.
Like, mimeograph.
We will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Oh, I gotta shut it off too.